Good evening, and thank you for tuning in again to Know Your Purpose. I'm Dr. Stacey Venable, and tonight I'm so excited, so excited to have one of my new leasees that is a part of the Business Suites at Brass Mill here with us tonight. We are going to introduce her, Miss Nova Star, formerly known as the flippingbodyz lady. I didn't get to know her when she was flipping bodies, but I sure know her now. And we're excited to have her not only at Brass Mill, but here as a part of our family too. So before we get started, we always have to do this thing called a disclosure.
Let's disclose them, honey.
So my disclosure is so simple. These are our views, our opinions. We stand on them. We don't need any validation because they're ours. You may not agree with some of the things the content you hear tonight, but that's fine. You can either keep listening in or you can log off. If you want to stick with us tonight, go run, get your pen and paper, because she's going to be dropping so many nuggets. I have learned so much from her in the past couple of weeks. It is super amazing. Not only do I enjoy her, but I use her services as well. Yeah, so this is coming from Dr. Stacey Venable. I use her services twice a week, and it has made a great difference in my attitude, my stamina, my longevity of life. She has really touched it. So I'm telling you right now, take a sip of your water, get relaxed, and here we go.
But if you need more help with relaxation, I'm the one to call.
There you go. So further ado, I'm going to say good evening, Miss Nova Star.
Good evening, honey. How you doing today?
I am great. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am formerly the owner of flippingbodyz. I am revamping the whole business. Mm-hmm. I'm going more into the holistic, so hence Nova Star Holistics is going to be the new business name. I'm a reflexologist. I'm a Reiki practitioner. Mm-hmm. I have a metaphysical shop, and all things just positive and well, just reintroducing people to their wellness, because it's not far from us. It's a state of mind.
Absolutely.
And, if you're just reminded of your own healing abilities,
yes,
no one is actually the healer but you, but I can just guide you along to that journey and remind you of it, because some people forget, and I'm just here to remind you of your healing, and then us combined with me believing fully in your healing, and with us combining you accepting your healing, you have a healed person. So there we go.
Yeah, all those things come back to you as an individual and what you want and your belief and how you want your body to feel. Yes. Being in the medical field, I know as a doctor, and as some doctors, people come to us and they think that we're supposed to fix them, but the true work begins with them.
Yes.
So yes, and then you're helping people walk through that alley of that true work that needs to be done.
Yes.
Even with me. I was thinking I'm doing all I can, like I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And she added more ridgeroom to it. And it's been so much better for me in the last few weeks. And we see the progress. So how are people to see the progress in whatever they choose to do with you? I know mine, when I came into your office, we sat down, we had the consultation and all those good things. So what are people expecting when they come to see you?
One thing I would have a person expect is to be in control of your healing, be in control of how fast, how slow, or just how you accept it. No one can tell you, oh, you need to accept what's going on Absolutely. Right now. You should be, one thing is to be comfortable. If you're comfortable in your mind and body and your soul, then anything else that comes along is a bonus.
Oh, yes.
So just know, when you're with doctors, nothing against doctors at all, but when you're with doctors and things like that, they pretty much control your healing by telling you, oh, this is going to happen this way, that's going to happen that way. And not saying that they're wrong or anything, but you can also take control of that too with yourself. So one thing to expect is to be in control. Another thing is to be very, very comfortable and relaxed.
Yes, I went to sleep.
Yes,
I really did. I was so comfortable, but I had ran around like all that morning and tried to get so many things done. And I had worked that night before. And when I got in there, she made the atmosphere so calming for me. And I'm not one to fall asleep many places, but that's how calming the atmosphere was for me. But the first thing that I'm hearing you saying, they have to make the choice to want to do anything extra, go the extra mile. And that's what I felt like. And not only that, I felt like I owed it to myself an hour of downtime.
Absolutely.
I owed it to myself. And I was like, you know what? She's invited me twice. I'm like, I'm not going to cheat myself. I'm going to go because and in that hour to hour and a half, I got rejuvenated.
Yes, and what we're talking about here is reflexology, and reflexology is a practice that's used. It's over 4,000 years old. It's a pressing technique that's done either on your feet, hands, or ears. And what it does is send fresh blood, oxygen, and nutrients throughout your body. But you did hit a very valid point here. Is deciding to shut yourself down for
Make
a little
that
while
choice.
to take care of
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely. It's about the
Yes.
choices you make.
Yes.
Life is about choices,
Yes.
you know, and you are the captain of your ship.
Exactly.
You know,
and I'm a firm believer in self-care
Mhm.
because you go out here, especially as a mother, even as a father, whatever your role is in life. You could
Absolutely.
be the grandmother, whatever your role is, but we are so forward pressing to go out and do the best job, come back, take care of the kids, this, that, and the other. Everything else comes before you,
Mhm.
and you take care of yourself last, if
That
you
is so
even get a
true.
chance to
That
do
is so
that.
true.
So
And sometimes we don't even get a chance.
exactly. But my thing is, imagine if you got up and dedicated some time to yourself, filled your own cup up. Now anything else that you do, you're doing from a full cup.
Oh, absolutely.
And this is how we contribute to world healing, because now I'm operating out of a full cup. You're operating out of a full cup. You feel amazing. I feel amazing. We have no reason to clash. You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's just all the revamping of energy that I'm going to pour onto someone else. And I remember leaving that day and going over to ShopRite, and I'm like, oh, you know, I felt so much better. Like I was able to shop. I was able to sit and talk to people, because sometimes when you're in a great deal of pain draws different emotions, and it makes you act out of those emotions, you know. So then you're at this point where you're losing control of yourself. So then to gain that reality back, like, hey, I'm in control of me and I feel good. I make a statement all the time: if you look good, you feel good.
Right.
And I felt amazing. And like I said, that wasn't just a one day stop shop thing. Like it was days that I felt that way. And just a little bit to tell like my viewers, I was hit with a traumatic accident with my right leg, and they went in and did major surgery a couple of months ago. And my foot still swells and my leg still swells just from fluid, because the vessels in there are angry at me, saying, hey, you allowed them to go in there and disturb me, but it needed to be done. And through the reflexology and the therapy that I've been receiving, we are starting to see a major difference. Not only was it a major difference, but my doctor was like, wow, whatever you're doing, like, keep it up. And I couldn't wait to get back and tell you. I couldn't wait. And he was like, if I were you, I'd add another day. I'm like, I asked him, well, where do I sign up?
So your doctor is very familiar with
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And he recommended twice.
Yes, well, I went to him and I told him that I was receiving this, and he asked me, you know, about the practice and how I feel about it. And it was funny because he said, how do you feel about it?
Exactly.
So this is what we just talked about. I think anything that you believe in will work.
Exactly. It's all a belief. Mind over matter. It all starts from a belief. Let me show you what reflexology is. If you guys can see my little chart here, and your feet, in the bottom of your feet, hands, and ears is a path of your whole entire body. So a lot of times when your feet hurt, it's never really your feet, unless you really physically might have hit your ankle or broke your ankle. It's never really your feet, but in these nerve endings, it's pain or ailments trying to escape your body, and there's nowhere left to go.
So I believe that.
Right. So again, it's a pressing technique that's done. Sciatic is one of my favorites, because it's very painful to the person.
It is.
It's the only nerve ending in the body that goes straight to the brain. It's its own nerve ending. So it's no paths for it to cut through to absorb that pain. But that makes it my favorite, because when I do my work, it's going straight to the brain. Like, okay, we have help. We're getting fresh blood, oxygen, and nutrients. And that's what inflammation in the body is your body requiring all the blood, oxygen, and nutrients to come to this one part. And this is where you get multiple ailments. Like, let's say you started out with something wrong with your liver or anything. Now and it's inflammation in your body. So all the fresh blood, oxygen, and nutrients in your body is pulling there. So now there's a lack thereof everywhere else. So then they start to.
Yeah, this body is like, it's like a roadmap.
Yes.
It starts in a roadmap, you know. And one of the things my doctor explained to me yesterday is, you know, as long as you're having your flow back, because that was one of the reasons I had to have emergency surgery, is because the flow, and he calls it the road, you know, it had a blockage. So that's why I had the major surgery. But now that they've released the blockage, so now everything is starting to say, hey, it works again.
Right.
So through the reflexology, the oxygenating of the blood is what really stems for me.
Yes.
Because I have to tell my body that the blood still works.
Is it okay if I talk about your ankle?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's my show. Tell them about it.
So when she came in, her ankle was swollen, full of fluid. And when I start reflexology, I relax her down first,
Yes,
through a relaxation technique, and then I start the pressing technique, and the swelling goes down instantly.
Yes,
We're
it
not
does.
talking
It was
about
amazing.
Yes, we're not talking about 45 minutes like some medicines you ingest take time to kick in. I'm talking about if you want to feel good now, reflexology is the way to feel good right now. Yes, it is something that we recommend, a 4 to 6 week steady ongoing process for your body to get acclimated with the assistance that you're giving it. The body works so hard for you. You can come sit for an hour or a half hour and decompress and give back to your body. So now you're in a partnership with your body. So imagine how much better you work together as a partnership, you know? So yes. One of the other things that I really love about reflexology is depression and mental clarity. So it's so great for that. It's so great for getting rid of brain fog and helping you relax and just caring for yourself and showing up for yourself.
Oh yeah.
Alleviates depression so
Absolutely.
much.
I agree.
Yes, you would have to experience it for yourself. I can't put it in enough words for you to understand how much it helps you. But I'm telling you, you don't want to miss. This is something you would want to experience at least once in your lifetime. But once you come, you're going to want to keep coming back with the benefits that it has. And I'm talking about right now benefits, right now, right away benefits.
Listen, I loved it so much that I gifted to a friend.
Yes.
Like instantly. I was like, you need to go do this. And she was like, what day do you want to do it? He's like, well, I'm off today. She's like, well, you're coming today.
Right
I mean,
now.
I literally gifted it to him because he stands a lot. He works a lot. You know what I mean? And that day I could just see him sluggishly moving along. I was like, well, you need to try it. And we didn't even give him an opportunity to say tomorrow.
No.
We were like, come right now.
Right now.
Because when I got done with mine, he was like, oh, you feel better. Yes, I feel a whole lot better. So that's how much I enjoyed it. That's how much I believe and in her and in her practice. I had never had reflexology before. I had never had it. Now I told you I heard about it, but I wasn't quite sure. And I knew I was going to have that doctor's appointment. So I said, let me ask him, but I went ahead and said, forget it. I want to try it. Yes. I was anxious. And when I talked to him about it, he was like, it's a very old practice. He said, but it also helps with the lymphatic system.
Oh, yes.
So let's talk about that. Because that's one of the problems that I'm having now. Some lymphedema had set in, a mild case. I don't want to claim it, but they said, I'm not claiming it, that the mild case of lymphedema had set in and that they wanted me to go to a lymphedemic drain clinic. And I'm like, well, geez, with the hours that I keep, like, there's not enough hours in a day.
Right.
I said, but let me tell you how this great thing worked. I had a reflexologist right here on my property. I walked from my office 2 seconds down into her office and felt so much better in 45 minutes time.
Yes.
No, this may not work for everyone, but you owe it to yourself. I'm trying to tell you, if you have not done this, you owe it to yourself to at least try it.
I'm a firm believer that it will work. Like, one thing's about Jesus, if we go back to biblical times, what he did was senior wellness.
Yes, he did.
And that's how he was able to heal you. So one thing, I will hold space for you to see your wellness. I don't see anything but wellness. In fact, I would make your mantra, nothing but wellness flows to me. And that's where you start to see and receive results of that.
I did. But you also have to go in with an open mind, knowing that this is something that you want to receive. And it's just not a gifting. It's what she does as a business. And it's what she does to allow people to regain that energy back.
Yes.
And regaining that energy, then you are like ready to deploy all over again. Like you talked about filling the cup. Because I'm telling you, I'll reschedule my appointment, but I don't miss my appointment.
Right. And
I don't miss it.
I don't think you even had a reschedule yet.
No, I came a day early.
Right, exactly.
I came a day early. I told you I work it into my schedule. Now, I literally work some days. I work about 18 hours a day. And then I'm on call. I'm this place and that place. But when that thing goes off, when that alarm goes off, baby, I thought this morning she was texting me about my appointment. I got so excited. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I got an appointment. I said, well, I got an appointment. She said, oh no, we're going to do the podcast show. I was like,
Yes.
oh, okay, yes, I want to do that. But I was just wondering if I'll make sure I miss my appointment.
And in fact, she's scheduled for tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Just to make sure.
Absolutely.
So, yes.
Walking over here to the podcast studio,
Yes.
I made sure that I scheduled my appointment. But not only that, revamping and restarting her business here with the Business Suites of Brass Mill. We want you guys to make sure you know where she's located. And that's right here to 1200 Brass Mill Road, Suite A. She is actually back in, and she took so she knows she's in the winning game. Everything, I'm claiming it this year, and this is late in the year to claim something. I usually wait till the first of the year to make new claimants, but I have stood on my last platform at my 12 city tour and said, everything attached to me will win.
Yes.
And guess what? From day one, we've been winning together.
Yes.
Since she came to visit and stayed. Catch that. She came to visit and she stayed here with the Business Suites of Brass Mill. And we all instantly took to you. All of us.
Yes.
All of us. All my staff. They were like, oh my God, she's so nice.
I have that effect on people.
Well, if you have that effect, we want you to definitely keep walking in your purpose.
Yes.
So that's the mantra of my show. So tell some of the viewers what your purpose is, because your purpose can change from time to time.
Well, my purpose has always been to approach the world from a holistic approach,
Sure.
From a natural, pure approach.
Mm-hmm.
That's being pure in the heart, pure in my thoughts, pure in my actions, and pure in my belief system.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to offer to the world a way and a remembrance of walking into that, walking in your purpose is very, very important.
It is, because we always tend to forget that we all were created with
a purpose, right? And a lot of people don't know what their purpose is,
mm-hmm.
which can cause the onset of depression.
Yes, it can,
and confusion in your life.
Not only the onset of the depressing, but it'll also have your mind thinking that you have ailments that you really don't have.
Right.
Right.
So that is my purpose, and to serve the community with my hands.
Listen, everything is important. Everything has stages in life. Everything has growth spurts. Some things die off so new things can be developed and birthed in us. And I believe that this is your rebirthing season.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It's definitely your rebirthing season. And we're, like I said, we are super ecstatic that you're even here. Some of the other services that you offer, you want to talk about those?
Oh yeah, I have a metaphysical shop. And if people aren't familiar with that, it's different stones from the earth. This here is Shambhala jasper. This is very good for anxiety, depression, speeding up your metabolism. This one here helps you sleep at night. This one here,
I definitely need that one.
This one here is hematite. You see, hematite is shaped like a kidney, if you will. And it's a very good stone for kidney problems. It's a stone of protection. It's a stone of helping your red blood cells reciprocate a lot faster than they normally would. So very good. This here is rose quartz, stone of love, self-love, appreciation, calming the nervous system. This here is blue apatite. And it's funny because it's a stone to control your appetite. So this one also speeds up your metabolism. So if you're looking to lose weight, something like that, and we're human. We like tangible things on the outside. We have all this in us, but also we like things on the outside to hold and sit. And these, I have smaller stones, but the purpose in my palm stones is for you to sit and hold them and meditate. Yes. And that also gives you a chance to sit down with yourself and allot time for yourself to sit and just be okay. I used
to meditate often, and now I find myself thinking and not meditating, and that can be a dangerous thing.
It can be.
So I literally want to get back to at least 15 to 20 to 30 minutes of meditating, just falling. I mean, I love myself unconditionally. I love me better than that. Right. But there's times where I even get to the moods where I'm like, I can do more for me. Right. So that meditating is going to be great. I have physically tried different stonings. But like I said, I'm ready to try some of the new births. You know what I mean?
I do hold meditation, so you can book for meditation. But one thing that we need to be aware of, we just had the fall equinox yesterday. So we're moving into a season of dying. And that also leads depression into the body as well.
Mhm.
You know, you've watched all summer long the trees in full blossom, and now they're going to start shedding their
Yes,
leaves
they
and
are.
stuff.
Yes, they are.
But what we need to understand is that they're going into their season. They're coming back. But with fall and winter can be very depressing.
Yes, it
for
can be. It
people.
gets darker sooner.
Yes, yes.
And our minds have computed to, you know, it's going to be sunny when we get off from work.
Yes.
Not only that, as you're going into work, it's dark.
Yes.
Coming home, it's dark.
And that gives you the sense of running out of time.
Absolutely,
as well,
absolutely.
you know?
I was getting ready to say, you know,
Yes.
it gives you the sense that there's no more time left. And we also are roaming into the fact of flu and cold season,
I have
you
the
know.
perfect thing for that.
So
as
she's
well.
going to be talking about that,
Yes.
you know, how we can abreast ourselves in that
Yes.
through a holistic way, not just through, you know, medication, you
Yes.
know.
I also have herbal bath tea bags. I have 4 of them. So let's talk about them one by one. This one is called New Body. Football season is here. Football moms love this one here. Your sons go out on that football field. They get beat and battered, take a lot of injuries, hits. You sit them in this New Body. By the time they come out the bath, they have a brand new body. I don't care what type of aches or pains you have. This is the tea bag for that. So it's a bath tea bag. You do boil it, and then you add that water to your bath. For those that can't take baths, you can use a foot soak as well. Add that water to your foot soak and just sit in about 15, 20 minutes and voila. So we have.
And they smell very good too.
Not Snooze.
No, I don't have Snooze. The one that I use smell good. The one I use.
Snooze is a tea bath for sleep. If you suffer from.
Oh no, I didn't use that.
You should try this one.
Uh-oh.
And just for the lack of sleep that you get.
Yes,
you know?
I do get. I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very busy woman of many hats, always on the go.
I am.
Snooze would give her a very good quality of sleep for the time that she does get sleep, without feeling groggy in the morning.
I was going to say that's one of the reasons why my doctor always tells me I'm going to give you something to go to sleep. Since you don't want to go to sleep, but even over the counter medication makes me go to sleep. Everything makes me go to sleep.
But it doesn't give you the effect that you had effective
No, it does
sleep
not.
Because I'm still tired. I ain't get enough. You know, I need more.
I've been depending a lot on coffee.
This is and that leaves you in your parasympathetic
nervous
system.
It does.
You don't like
it
that,
does.
right?
It does.
So this one is very good for that. Again, you boil it same way. Take it. You go lay down. I would say sleep like a baby, but they get up in the middle of the night.
Yes, they do.
You're not getting up in the middle of the night. You want to have a great night's sleep. You're going to feel recharged. You're going to feel fully stimulated in your body, and you're going to be ready to go for the next day. This one here is unpressured. I call it that. It's very good for the circulation of your body, things in your body. If you suffer from high blood pressure, excuse me, or any type of circulation problems, this is a very good bath. I do
have that one for my leg.
Yes.
I haven't used it quite yet, so I can't give a review on it because my hours are just so crazy. I might just have to go down there and put it in your foot soaker.
And we can incorporate that in your
Yes, I was going to talk to you about that tomorrow.
Yes. So would you like to try that tomorrow?
I would.
I can have that set up for you.
Yes,
because
I would.
With my appointments, you do get a hot foot bath, a sugar scrub, and then a hot towel.
Amazing.
Yes. So I will make your water tomorrow with the tea bath.
Look, just talking. Look what you received. Just talking.
And this one, my friends, is if you want to have a good time tonight.
Well,
or during the day. It's called Sex Appeal, kind of like Sex Appeal, but Sex Appeal.
I said I used one.
Yes.
I'm not saying which one.
Okay.
But I used one. And it was amazing.
Look at me. Let me see your face.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
So this one is very good for stimulating your sexual parts, if you will, and enhancing your good night and your good time with your partner.
I had a very good night.
You had a very good time.
I really did.
Okay, so now we know the one she used, guys.
Very good night.
Yes. So
very relaxing. Yeah.
Very stimulating.
Over to the next day.
Okay.
Amazing.
She had a good time, guys.
If you have not gotten one of those over there, I'm not telling which one I got.
Well, we know now. But yes, they're all $10. They do have a 2-time usage, so you can use that.
I already know.
Honey, you done got right back to it, huh?
Yeah, I already know.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
Know. Yeah.
So they are $10 a piece. The stones have different prices, but what I do want to talk to you guys about, because we just did go into the fall equinox, into the fall seasons, is my jar of allies. I don't have one here, but I do have a jar of allies. It's a mixture that I use with herbs, different things. I don't want to tell you all my secrets, but I
Don't
will
tell all the
tell you that
secrets.
it's honey and the different things. And you could use that like the coffee you had. If you decided to have a decaffeinated coffee, you could use the jar of allies
Oh.
to sweeten and enhance the products that you take. Tea, your oatmeal, I don't care, anything that you would normally add sugar into. You could use the jar of allies. It's full of things to help your immune system, boost that tremendously, full of antioxidants and things like that. I will have those available. I will have them available to start of, I want to say October 1st. Let's just go with October 1st. I will post to your page the
Sure.
jar so
Please
they
do.
can look back and
Please
see
do.
them.
Yes, please do.
So I do have Palo Santo sage. I have all things metaphysical, all things to promote wellness on a tangible
And these
level.
things they can get during their appointment, or this is some things they have to order.
Yes, you can get during your appointment while you're here getting reflexology. You could go to my Instagram. You could call me if you'd like to take place an order, or if you have more questions about the products and how they work. Right now, we did talk about me revamping the whole business. So
Yes.
my webpage is still
excited.
Still in existence. flippingbodyz.com, and that's flippingbodyz.com. It's still up. But if you want to order these products, like the stones is on there, some of them, not all of them, you can stick my phone numbers on there. You can reach me. You can call me and place an order. If you want to just come in to look around and see what other stones that I do have, because I do have quite a few, and I do list their healing properties. Because again, we're talking about all things wellness, but they do have other properties as well. But my focus is how they can help you in your healing and your wellness. So you could call me. My number's 667-298-9660. It is listed on the website. You can follow me on Instagram. It's flipping.bodyz, still FLIPPIN.BODYZ. Or you can follow my new one, which I would prefer, which is Novastar_Holistics, and that is NOVASTARR, 2 R's, honey, because I'm a star _ holistics.
Take it.
Yes.
She said 2
R's, baby.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
So you guys just feel free to reach out. If you have any questions, definitely set up an appointment for reflexology. I just would love for you to come have it one time in your life, experience it. Of course, you will come back more than one time. But let's go ahead and heal. Let's walk in our wellness.
Healing is a big factor. Not only just healing from what you're going through health wise, but just healing in general, healing for your soul.
Yes.
So many things have happened to us in this last 2 years that were inevitable, things that we could not predict, things that we could not see, control. And that's a part of life as well. But now that we're back and we'll never go back to normalcy. We can try to get there as much as we want. But one thing that we have gained is extra added tools, such as reflexology, such as a lot of her herbal remedies and metabolic remedies and rocks and things like that. I can tell you, I'm just going to be 100% honest because this is my show. I never got into any of those things. Not because, catch this, not because I didn't want to. I wasn't educated about them and what it would do to me personally.
Yes.
So sometimes this, again, believing in what you want to make a change. And I started reading up, and I started, educating myself, and then having questions for her. But not only that, I'm thinking to myself, all of the crazy toxics that I put in my body. I didn't research a lot of those either.
Exactly.
But I do it. I'm a soda drinker. And I'm looking at the stuff now like, wow. But I haven't given up in general, like, because you have to walk yourself through giving up some things.
Right.
But I remember when I stepped over from regular foods to being, vegan and then Presbyterian, like this, no red meat. So I knew what they were doing to my body, and I needed to find a remedy. Vegan was my remedy.
Right.
So I literally do not want to be medicated. So now I'm looking for other remedies for healing, but not only just healing in my body, but healing in my soul.
Yes.
Because one of my biggest attributes is to always be that I am person.
Right.
But in order for me to be an I am person to other people, I need to make sure that I am
Faith is dead without works, honey.
There you go.
Yes.
Make sure I'm walking and doing the things that I need to do. And if I'm not well, I can't help anybody.
Right. And that's the main thing, is taking care of you so you can take care. Imagine if you feel real good in your body and your mind and your soul, because there is no separation.
There is
a lot
none.
of times you have people, gym rats. They're in there constantly working on the body. But what are you doing for your mind and your soul?
That's right.
You have thinkers.
Besides adding more stress to them by trying to make sure you get there to that gym, make sure you get the elliptical machine. This lady had my elliptical machine.
There is no separation from
There's
the mind,
no
body,
separation
and soul,
from it at all. But not only that,
is,
age is coming for all of us, whether we like it or not.
Doesn't have to be a bad thing.
No, and listen, they always talk about, don't tell your age. I am 48 years old.
I'm 41.
And people walk up on me today. By the way, today is Saquon, our podcast manager's birthday, my son, aka my son, my baby. And we're together quite often, and people walk up on him, big up, is that your girlfriend? He's like, no, that's my mom. So, and I think the reason why I still have the youthfulness in me is because I believe in self-care.
Now, I like taking my sons in the store with me, especially my oldest one, man, because people think he's my boyfriend.
Oh, they do it to me all the time with my sons. They do it to me. And we look at them like, what? But then through their lenses, they're like, you don't look 48 years old. I don't look it and I don't feel it. And I think that gives me more endurance to go out and do more. But adding your service is just another great stepping stone in self-care.
Yes.
Self-care. And even in triumph, the self-care.
Yes.
Because that morning it was traumatic for me, like getting over there to her. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't ever like being late. But it was so traumatic. But then when I left there, I left so full.
Yes.
Full of energy. I just wanted to love. I love anyway.
Yes.
But I just wanted to do more, like abundantly more.
What we was doing in there was releasing oxytocin to each other.
Yes.
So not only do you benefit, I benefit as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, so.
And it's a great bond for sisterhood.
Yes.
It's a great, and even when you go in to bond with the person that's giving you your service is, it's amazing to do that.
Yes.
Because you can go get a massage and not bond.
Yes, you can.
I try to bond with people. I don't care. The other day I was at the grocery store. And when I walked up, the guy said, oh, hey, Doc. Hey, how you doing? Like, I love, because he remembered me from last time.
Right.
Because go somewhere with the intent to bond, and you just make us more healthy.
You never know who's going through something.
Absolutely.
So just a friendly smile. You don't have to really be friends with this person, but you don't have to not like them because of them. But
that's never a part of me.
Yes.
And I think that helps with healing. I've been introduced to it, but I was like, that's not for me.
Right.
I've been introduced to how to do those things, but that's not something I choose to do.
It's plenty of people on this planet that are this close, and my nails, I don't have nails, but they're this close to the edge and just giving up. And your friendly smile, your hello, you look nice, takes them so much further, gets them out of that low vibration frequency and puts them in a higher vibration and gives them the sense that, okay, it's not all bad. Okay, there is a possibility that it's okay. So I just walk in that to try to treat people how I want to be treated.
Sure.
And leaving something, when you meet me and encounter me, you're going to remember me.
Yes. And I think I say that all the time. I don't care if I'm on stage or if I'm walking down the street, exercising, talking, then my neighbors stop. One thing about me, you're going to remember me.
Yes.
And you're going to know my name.
In a good way, though. Guys.
Absolutely. So we can't control in which way that people are going to perceive, but as long as I know that I put my energy and my best foot forward.
Always loving light. Always loving light.
And we talk about that off the show. We talk about how we can better ourselves as women and how we can offer each other and what we can offer each other. So that's how this relationship started. It started with an offering of love, and then we just continue to love.
Yes. And not to leave you fellas out, you guys play a major role on the forefront for us women. We need y'all to step up to the plate, though. We need y'all to.
I know. Well, listen. When my friend came and got his, he was nicer to me later.
Tell me how. Oh, that was my next question.
He was nicer.
How he was afterwards.
He was nicer.
Yes.
He looked a little sleepy.
Well, right after, because he was knocked out. I'm here to tell
I
you.
know. I was like, were you in there snoring?
I love when they snore because it's a
He was
pressure
like,
point
he
on
was,
your
you know
feet.
what? I think so.
He was getting it. And a lot of people do come, but it's a point on your feet that I could just do my thing on, and that helps with the snoring, especially in the lung area, opening up that chest space so you're breathing
expanding
better.
that air.
Yes,
Get that air.
Yes, and that snoring ceases.
He was nicer. He carried all my bags to the car. I mean, he always does that, but it was like he had like a pep in his step.
Yes.
Like, make sure I was good. I was getting ready to go to work. He was like, "You good?" I'm like, "Thank you." You know, he went on. He said he went on to do more work. I was like, "That's it." I said, "I'm telling you."
From a full cup, though.
From a full cup.
Yes, and that's when you put your best foot forward and you give it all you have. And now you're not halfway doing the job. You know, you're getting the job.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. I try to operate with fullness every day, but there's all times, you know, everyone falls short. You know, but if I can do anything to allow myself to that self-care to where I can rejuvenate and gain some of it back, I'm going to do that every time. So like I said, if you guys have not tried reflexology, you are cheating yourself.
Don't cheat yourself. Come try it out one time. At least one time. And a lot of my business comes from word of mouth. You know how you went out right out the door? A lot of people that we've been in contact with together with the Love Speaks the other night.
Absolutely.
Oh, she talked about reflexology. A lot of people tell me that when they know that I know you or they see us together. Oh, you're the one. Yes, I'm the one.
Yes, because I literally like blasted it. Because you know how you go in and you find something at a store and you make it at home for dinner and it was so good and people are putting it on the reels and all that good stuff. I immediately went and was like, social media, guess what happened to me today?
Yes.
Social media, this is what happened. Like, this is amazing. Like, I'm mad that I knew about this and didn't try it. There are certain things in life you should just try once.
Yes.
And you definitely hit that margin of the things that people should try at least once.
Yes.
I am about to book my appointment longevity. I want that accurate standing. I don't want no standing room only. I want to be in a chair. So I am literally about to just book. So my time will be mine. It is something that I've added to my life rhythm, and I believe that adding things with purpose to your life
helps a lot.
That longevity thing.
One thing, I don't want to leave out the children either, the babies. You know, they're just getting back to school. This is probably the first full year of them being back.
Full year, absolutely,
being shut in. This is very good for the children as well, with them having grades to make. A lot of college
students. I was telling my college students about it. They're like, "What?
Yes, so bring your babies out." I had one family come. They came as a family, so you know, I just allotted the time. The baby was like 5 or 6. It was a husband and a wife, and they all loved it. They all loved it.
So you provide a family service as well.
I do.
That's something I didn't know. So that's great. I didn't know that she does children as well.
Yes.
So if you're out there and you know, let's talk about the children for just a quick second. I don't want to get off on that,
love the
because
babies.
I noticed that a lot of our African American children are being diagnosed with ADHD, ADD, bipolar disorder. Do you believe, and this is your belief, this is not something that we read in a book, do you believe that reflexology works on those types of disorders?
Absolutely.
This is her belief,
and it's strictly my belief. But absolutely, if you look on my page, if you go to one of those pages, I have a client that I see that's has a disability. It helps a lot where they don't have other resources or other ways to stimulate in those areas in the body that may be affected. I'm able to do that. And then imagine if you have that along with a diet change, because a lot of these symptoms that people are having that they diagnose as the ADHDs and the other things, it's simply a diet change that needs to happen. We consume a lot of sugar. And my belief also is that sugar should be a controlled dangerous substance.
It should be.
It should be at the
I
top
agree
of the
with that.
list.
I agree with that.
Yes, it should be illegal, but it's not.
I don't need it to be illegal because I do sugaring.
But imagine it's other things that you can
there are substitutes.
Yes,
there are
natural substitutes.
There are natural substitutes, and that's one of the things that I'm just starting to look into.
Yes.
But again, understand me when I say this to my audience. Being educated to the factors of these new things help.
Yes.
Because when you're ignorant to the fact, you can't do any better. But when
Right.
you know better, you do better.
And we transition from our lack of knowledge.
We do.
Yes.
We do. I'm just mad that it took me 48 years.
Oh, well, don't be mad. You know, everything in this timing. You know what I'm
that
saying?
is so true. But when
yes.
it's something that feels that good, baby, no.
And we're talking about feeling good right now, not later, friends. Not
Like
later.
instant gratification.
Yes.
Okay, she needs to put that along with one of her slogans, instant gratification, because that's the way I felt. But not only is Miss Nova Star hitting the margers of what she does in business, she's also hitting the margers in being a mother. I got to meet all 4 of her kings, and they are so amazing. At the end, I think it was the middle son told me he was gonna be a doctor.
Oh, but he was sitting at your doctor.
Yes, he was sitting at one of my doctor's chairs, and he was like, and I kept walking back and forth, and we thought they had left. And I said, let me go in my building to see if they're still there. I go in my building. He's sitting back practicing. I said, are you going to be a doctor? He's like, yes.
He was giving his other 2 brothers a
just
therapy
like you.
session.
He was giving them a therapy session. And that, how that
was a good look on him, wasn't it?
It was a great look on him. But it made me feel even better because he was like, I want to do what you do. I want to be just like you. I want to do what you do. And I'm like, wow, this is the first introduction. First impressions are lasting impressions, people.
Yes.
This child is how old?
Micah's 16.
16 years old. He could have been.
On top of that, he is more like standoffish, off to his.
He was not the whole time. The whole time when I came, he was smiling. Understand this, adults, when you're dealing with these younger people, first impression are lasting impressions.
Yes.
And literally I introduced myself to him, shook his hand and said, hey, come on in. This is my establishment. I want you guys to feel at home.
Oh, they got comfortable.
30, 40 minutes later, I go to find them because their mom was ready to go. And he looks at me and says, I like this. And I'm like, good, we'll come back. He goes, I am. And then he walks, gets up and he pulls his pant legs down. He goes,
straightens himself
up. And he goes, I'm going to be a doctor. I was like, well, you have that in you.
Yes.
He said, no, but I want to be just like you. That right there took the cake for me, people.
So
in 10 more years, he's going to be coming to me. He's going to have his little stuff on. He'll be ready to go.
Yeah, his doctor coat.
That's right.
I should get him one now and put Dr. George on there for him. Let him walk in his purpose right now. Because my thing is with my sons, I taught them whatever it is that you want to get into, let's get into it now. Because by the time you turn 18, you can have a lot of knowledge under your belt. Of
Absolutely,
course,
to execute it.
Yes, you need to always remain teachable.
Oh, yes.
But you can have a lot of knowledge and understanding under your belt where instead of approaching it from, I never heard of this, or I don't know what's going on.
So when you walk in a room, you already know.
You know.
Knowledge is key.
Yes, knowledge
is the factor of everything hoped for, believed on, dreamt for. It is key material. Key material.
So I do have 4 sons. 3 of them are Edgewood Rams. We have football.
Go Rams! Go Rams! Hey, I am a Ram.
Listen,
Ram for life.
What did they tell
Graduated 19.
They didn't know you was a Ram.
They did not.
Told doctors you should have been a Ram.
They told me I should have been a Ram. I came right back. I gave them our motto, Derek Terry. I ran it, Damon Beaumont. I'm telling you, Lawrence Worthington. I'm telling you, I ran it down to them. Our motto and everything. Listen, I did not play with these young fellas that don't know 1992. Here I am. Was not ashamed to let them know that I've always been a part of the Ram life.
Shout out to Edgewood High School.
Shout out to Edgewood High School for the love that they're still generating over there.
The coaching staff, I'm amazing. Just very grateful. My sons, they lost their father. He transitioned in 2013 from brain cancer, which is another thing that pushed me totally into this holistic approach. Because
we send our love and condolences for that as well.
So
it's in the healing.
It's always just been us. But one thing is that I taught them transition at an early age, so they understood when it was time for him. These doctors gave him 6 to 18 months to live, and I was like, not on my watch, honey.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
And I can summons the higher power of God, and Most High. So that's what we did. He made it 7 years outside of that.
God bless you.
Yes, but you have to understand when a person is tired and weary and tearing in their body. You have to understand when they had enough. So we had to respect that. And I honor my sons so much because they understood that as I was teaching it to them, and they had a respect for that. So of course it does hurt, especially with football season or just things that you will want your father therefore both parents therefore. So I step up to the plate. I have never missed a football game for them.
Good.
I'm the loudest mouth in the
Of
stadium.
course,
I'm
honey. I
telling you,
have
honey,
kings.
I am the
I remember my
loudest
oldest son
mouth.
used to turn around and be like,
Mine's love
Mommy.
it. And
I was extra.
Mine's love it,
extra.
and their team loves it. I'm
I
here to
was
tell
extra,
you when they
extra.
see me,
My
because
son
I'm
used to
there
turn
when
around
they
and be like, Mommy, why you no.
I'm there when they're going into the field, like, let's get it, fellas. And they be like, you gonna be loud for us? Absolutely. You don't have to ask me that.
you know,
I'm here for you.
Anytime the police walk over and say something, you know, you're a little extra. And my son be like, I know who y'all, that's my mama. I know y'all talking to her. Because I was I was competitive. I ain't have no pads on. I ain't have no football in my hand or no basketball in my hand, but I was there to make sure that I was representing my children and making sure I was representing the teams, the schools.
Yes.
So Edgewood High School, we just send nothing but love to you.
Yes,
you guys are doing an amazing job over there with our youth, and like, keep it all up.
It's been a rough few years for my boys, you know, and to find somewhere for them where they're absolutely comfortable and they enjoy getting
received.
Micah gets up and goes to, he's up and ready. Like, normally he's sluggish about it. He'll go do it, but this boy is up and ready to go.
So you know they're in perfect peace.
And they tell me, I don't have to ask them how their day was. They tell me, oh, we had a great day. This, that, and the other happened in school. Our teachers this, our teachers that, you know, so they are in a safe haven. And I'm very grateful for that, because it allows me to go and do what I need to do with a peace of mind.
Absolutely.
So shout out to you guys over at the Edgewood High School.
Yeah.
Keep up your
Rams
job.
for life. Yes.
Know that it's not overlooked. Not from my eyes. It's definitely not overlooked. I humbly appreciate the work that you guys are doing over there. I also give my children reflexology. Like,
I was going to ask you to talk about that, because I know your son. I think you were telling me that one of your sons had you had done something with him.
Yes, he last football game he kind of sprung his knee a little bit, so we got on it right away. I also am a Reiki practitioner, so we did Reiki, we did reflexology. Definitely the herbal bath tea bags. I don't care if they're not hurting right now. Well, you know how when you sleep at night and wake up the next morning, you might be stiff. Yeah. They get straight in the bath when they get out from their games. I have the water lined up ready for them. My oldest son, he starts the process for me. So he already knows that what time it is, what time to have that water going, so they can soak in their herbal bath tea bags. And it's like nothing never happened. So they do get reflexology. We journal together.
That's amazing.
Yes, we meditate.
Is important.
We have family time where we sit together, we talk about our week. You know, because you can get busy over the week. And
you do get busy, Lisa. Yes. I know I get busy.
Yes. And that's something that's very important. It instills the value of family and together time, and just some of these things that should be going on, like meditating and
we take a lot of that stuff for granted.
Yes.
And you know that the family doesn't look like the old family. You know, we can originate and have our new traditions and our new ways, but it's something about that dinner hour.
Yes.
It's something about that dinner. It's not even, I wouldn't even say the bedtime hour, but I know the routine of dinner and getting together and breaking bread and understanding each other and what each other's going through. It's nothing any better.
I love cooking. I love cooking for people, but I love cooking for my sons. They call me a short order cook. Oh, you know why? Because I'm a firm believer. You like what you like, right?
That's right.
I like what I like. And when we grew up, we had to eat what was for dinner. No disrespect, though, because
my mom was that way. My mom was that way.
It's a lot of things I did not. I went to bed many a night with no food.
Now, my mom would make us go to bed with no food, but we only other option we had was peanut butter and jelly. And I was picky. That choke sandwich just wasn't gonna work for me.
Give me the water. I was more of a drinker, and I love water. I love water. I drink water. I talk about water a lot.
Yes, she does.
Shout out to Dula, which is water in Creole.
Okay.
Yes. So
she loves water.
I love water.
We go back and forth and debate about her water.
Yeah, I drink distilled water.
Yeah, we go
she
back
feels a way about distilled water.
Yep, everybody, right. Everybody has their own belief in what they want to, and it works. And that's one thing that I love about her. It worked for her.
Yes.
She said, "Why? If something works for you and you can stand on it, then stand on it."
Yes, it definitely works for me. Especially with I tend to have high blood pressure problems.
Okay.
So distilled water, you know, spring water has natural magnesium and sodium in it, which and I drink a lot of water. So I'm wondering why my blood pressure ain't going down when I exercise all the time. You know, I'm doing everything I need to do. I eat right. It was the water. So after I changed water to distilled, which just boils that stuff out of it. So it's still spring water. It's just boiled, you know, and getting that stuff out of it. It actually helped a lot with managing my blood pressure. So if sometimes I tend to tear back and forth just so I'm not constantly, but I don't feel as great as I do with the distilled water. So
I'm
that's
a
it works for
Voss.
me.
I'm a Voss drinker. And it's a water. They do have it in distilled, so I am going to try it.
Oh, they do.
Yes, they do. But I'm more of like a sparkling water type person because I'm trying to give up soda. So I said if I get a water that has a little sparkle, so I'm trying.
Right.
Because if you go cold turkey on something and your body's not ready for it and your mind's not ready for it, you're going right back to it.
Right.
In some retrum, you might give it up for a few weeks here and there, but in some retrum, you are definitely going to go back to it. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to tell you, it's just been amazing knowing her. It's amazing to know that I'm going to be a part of her journey and in all the new things that we have coming. It's a journey to business coach her. She makes it easy. When she walks into the office, I was going to say when she walks in the office, she's ready, she's teachable. I started seeing her implement improvements right away and also implement and enforce her new beliefs into her new business. Like this stuff was instantaneously.
Yeah, because that's one thing, I have the business. I know what I want to do.
That's right.
But it's another side to running a business.
It is.
I don't want nothing to do with that side.
I know a lot. Listen, I just had a lady in my office and like her vision, like her in her end game, and it is dope. I'm trying to tell you.
Yes.
But she said, I have this piece, Doc.
But
the admin and the behind the scenes is and she said,
she the doc, guys. I don't want nothing to do.
And she said they're handing it back over to me, and I'm handing it to my team, and we work closely together.
Yeah, that's the part.
But you know what she said? She said she's had a failed business because the lack of these things. So she said, this time I'm going to do better.
It wasn't a sense of a failed business.
Yeah, she did.
It was the lady
did.
Mm-hmm. And even for her, I don't think it was the failed
maybe
business. It was just the back end of it. Like I studied this.
And let me tell you, one of the things that she talked about was just the fact of the matter of being just not having the knowledge.
Right, exactly.
Not having the knowledge.
We fail from our lack of knowledge.
And that's one of the things she shared. But I'm gonna tell you right now, she is hitting the margers now.
And I can absolutely see how that can be possible.
And she just joined. She just took the last office at the Executive Suites of Brass Mill. So we are sold out.
Yes.
And I want people to hear me. We are sold out at our Delaware location.
Oh, yay.
Okay. We are sold out. We are sold out at our Executive Suites.
Congratulations. I like sold out.
Sold out.
I love how that sounds.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
That means we walking in abundance and everybody's walking into their greatness.
Let me tell you, that means that. So at our Delaware office, we have about 20 offices. Just imagine 20 individuals walking into their purpose.
Yes.
Up here at the Executive Suites, we have about 8 offices because they are executive. So 8 people walking into their abundance.
One thing I like about what you do with providing the space is having that back end in business knowledge, because a lot of us, this is what we do. Whatever your specialty is, you need to be knowledgeable in that, and constantly learning on that. So you overwhelm yourself when you need to know this, that.
Startup businesses take so much time, so much attention. That's why in 5 years, people are like, nah, I'm tired.
Or even before then.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot. Now, they don't make it mandatory that you have some type of business knowledge to come into the business.
And sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I look at that as like, is that good or is it good or is it not good?
It's not good if you have IRS problems.
Absolutely. And we here at the Business Suites of Brass Mill, we take all that into consideration. We do still have about 4 offices left at the brass
not
mill.
My other one, right?
No.
Okay.
At the brass mill building, where it all started.
Yes.
Where all my dreams came true. So we still have about 4 offices there. They're moving quick though.
Yes.
We just sold out one today, which was amazing. We just sold one today. The greatest thing is when people come here to get services, they wind up staying and getting suites.
Yes.
Because they're like, my business coach is right here. The team is right here.
One-stop shop, guys.
One-stop shop. And then they start. And the thing that I love is as they see each other passing, they are talking to one another. They're utilizing each other's services. Like, it can't be any better than this.
Yes.
Be careful when you go to God or you go to your higher power, because even Jesus made a rock cry out, whatever power it is that you serve and you're obedient to. Be careful what you asked him for, because just a year ago, I asked him to enlarge my territory. And he did that, but he also planted my feet on solid ground
Right.
and gave me all the tools to build. And when I got Brass Mill, I heard him. I was fully asleep. I heard him say, build it and they will come. And they have literally came. And as they're coming, they're gaining so much knowledge.
Right.
From us, you know, and tools. Yes. And then also the last piece, they're gaining of the whole family.
Right.
Because it's about 10 of us that work together, you know. And you love Dr. Coulter.
That's my girl right
Man,
there.
let me tell you, Dr. Coulter was a hidden jewel.
Yes.
And I've been trying to still keep her hidden because everybody wants to get, everybody wants her. That, you know, everybody wants her. So I got to make sure I keep her guarded and protected. But she is a total, I mean, when I tell you she's the total blessing.
Yes.
Very
humble spirit.
She keeps me calm, and let me tell you, it takes a lot to do that with me.
She just has that presence,
doesn't she?
Yes, like when she walks in the room, her stature is automatic.
The other night at the meeting, night at the Love Speaks meeting, and we keep talking about the Love Speaks meeting. I am the founder of Love Speaks, and it is a motivational women's group where a lot of breakthroughs come through the room, a lot of healing, just talking about emotions and why they matter. We serve food, we laugh, we joke. I mean, we cry. We do a whole bunch of things in that room. And then people are saying 2 hours isn't enough, you know, but we're going to take a look at that. But when Dr. Coulter,
you know what would be a good idea?
Yeah.
For the men to step up to the plate and come do the same thing we do, where we do it at.
Well, actually, there actually is a men's group.
It is.
So, or say they go opposite Wednesdays of us.
Oh, great.
And it's ran by a gentleman, a therapist that's right here.
Great.
At the Business Suites of Brass Mill. His name is Clifton Bright.
Come try
Jr. And he also, so we have a women's motivational group and we have a men's motivational group. So we're trying to do everything we can to meet the needs of the community here at the Business Suites of Brass Mill. He also works with children. Yes, and he also works with children. Mm-hmm. Clifton also works with children. In my near future, I am right now revamping to do a young youth mentor services. I am just now a new author.
Yes, congratulations.
New author of my new children's lines of books that's going to be coming out. They should be out next month. So you guys got to come. Thank you so much. I told you all these hats.
Yes.
All these hats. God wouldn't give me the energy along with your help and your assistance to keep refilling me if it wasn't for me.
Yes.
Because I pray every day that God, if it's not for me, remove it.
Right.
Remove it.
Right.
You know, I pray a simple prayer every day. I don't ask God to watch over my children or anything like that because I already know He loves them and I already know that He's going to cover them because they're His. They were just on loan to me. They're His. They were all born in the like image of Him, so they're His. I just do a simple prayer. I ask God to create in me a cleaner heart than I had yesterday because I know somewhere along the lines I fell short.
Right.
Soon as I turn and put my feet on the ground and say, God, it's me again.
Yes, Nova Star, honey.
I let them know.
You heard me.
Yeah, I let them know. It's your darling. I tell them, it's your darling daughter. It is your darling daughter. And I come before you again, asking the same prayer as it fell on your ears 100 trillion times. Just creating me a cleaner heart. So I know I can serve your people better. I know I can serve myself better. And then just have a well-rounded being.
Yes.
So I want to thank you tonight for being another asset to me because I don't have a whole lot of assets, but the assets I have are valuable.
Thank you very much.
And you are now a part of that asset team.
We do have some more surprises for you with me and Drea combined.
Yes. And Drea will be.
Whoa. I am Andrea Leger, honey. I love you, baby.
Andrea Leger will be on the show next Friday, and she's coming with some fire.
Yes,
she is.
I want to sit over there while y'all have
absolutely
this show, so
sure. She is coming with fire. So if you can stay tuned and hold on till next Friday at 7 p.m. Do not miss this young lady. Don't. If you miss it, there is a replay button. But I'm telling you, don't miss it.
And then you guys will see why it is going to be such a treat for the both of us. What we do in a collaborative level.
Amazing what this woman can do. A lot of people already know. I grabbed her up really quick before she starts her tour.
Yes,
I grabbed her
on tour together.
Yes, I grabbed her up really, really quick. and she actually agreed. She is also a business owner here, just recently joined at the Business Suites of Brass Mill. So I'm trying to tell you, guys, we have greatness here for you.
Yes.
Just please.
So much to offer.
Take the time, come do a tour, come visit us. I am here on site from 10 to 6, most likely Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But if I need to be here any other day for you, please come take a tour. Give us a call.
Yes.
The phone number is 410-297-9300. Come meet the team. Join the family.
You can do that while you're here after your reflexology.
Yeah, she'll come and give you a tour of what we have here.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, thank you again.
No problem, honey. Thank you for having me here.
I'm telling you, it's just been a great fit.
Yes.
You know, some people jam puzzles. I watched my granddaughter the other day. She was trying to jam a puzzle together, and I said, "Baby, that's the wrong piece." She said, "But my mom, I want it to fit." I told her, I said, "But things in life. This is a life lesson." I stopped her. I said, you can't force things to fit, because what you're doing is you're breaking your puzzle for one. And I'm letting you know that there is a piece that truly fits there. Mm-hmm. And when she found the piece, we clapped.
Yes.
Yay! You know,
and one piece could have everything out of whack.
One piece can have everything out of whack. So I'm thanking God for me being her piece, and she's been my piece.
Yes.
So with that said, my podcast manager is asking that we sign off. So we are going to sign off tonight. Happy birthday, Saquon Spencer.
Solar return.
Happy solar return. Happy rebirth again.
Yes.
I remember when I was 25. So tonight, don't do a thing that I wouldn't do, but I did a whole lot. So turn up, enjoy. And Saquon, we want you to know that we love you and that we appreciate all that you do. And again, thank you for your purpose, because this is his studio. This is his dream. And he just made all of ours a reality. So if you see Saquon out there tonight, or you can go to his Facebook page, drop some hearts, drop some love. Make sure you love, like, share, and subscribe to this page and all the other pages. It does make a difference. Again, good night, and we will see you next Friday. Don't miss her. I'm trying to tell you.